Hello there. It's good to see you again. Another day from Community Beats. My name is Femi Ikutino, and with me is Vio. Hello, Vio. How are you?
Hello. I am good. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us as usual. Either you're joining live or maybe you'll be joining us later on. Thank you for your support so far. So we have
On our program tonight, we have news release, news and press release, an event for your diary to keep you informed of what's happening in our community, and also the title for this evening will also be treated.
Yep.
Which is why you are here, bullying. I know many of you want to listen to exactly what bullying is and exactly what you need to know about bullying.
Yeah.
And then we go on our sponsors and jingles and then music break. And then Vio.
Oh yeah, so we don't have a guest today per se. So we are dealing with this topic: effective ways to deal with children and youth bullying. Effective ways to deal with children and youth bullying. We are not experts. We are not experts in this
Yeah.
field, but we did some research work just to find out, some answers to some
Some tips,
common questions,
some guide.
But we are bringing in a guest next week and the week after to treat this. It's not a topic we can treat in one episode.
Yeah.
So today it's like we are going to lay the foundation.
Yeah.
So we're treating the effective ways to deal with children and youth bullying. That if your child is experiencing bullying, normally they won't come home to tell us anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you are seeing the signs that your children is experiencing bullying, or the school called you, something has happened, this episode and this topic that we're treating will really benefit you. So yes, we are going to be talking about the giveaway.
Yeah.
For the month of April. April is my birthday and it's Femi's birthday as well. So we thought, okay, in the month of April, we'll do something and give away some prizes to people. But there is a task.
You will know that later.
Okay.
If you could remember what we treated in our last edition, last show, we talked about COS, and we have a news for you as regard that. And I want you to listen very carefully about this one of our next press release about that. Yeah. From next spring, the government will increase the earning threshold for overseas workers by nearly 50% from the current position of £26,000, 200 pounds to £38,700, encouraging businesses to look to British talent first and invest in their workforce, helping us to deter employers from over-relying on migration, whilst bringing salaries in line with the average full-time salary for these types of job. The government will also increase the minimum income required from British citizens and those settled in the UK who want their family members to join them. Altogether, this reinforces that all those who want to work and live here
in the UK
must be able to support themselves, are contributing to the economy and are not burden to the state. So it comprises of the government side and what is expected of the worker.
Okay, so this is a press release that came out a couple of months ago. So this when it says this spring, so I think it's already in place.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? Because when I heard the news, I misinterpreted that. I was thinking, oh, they're going to increase our salary, and so on and so forth. But not really. It means how much you need to earn as a worker before you can bring in your family or your relatives into the United Kingdom to live with you. Whereas it was 20, how much was it before?
6,200.
It was 26,200 before, but now you need to earn 38,700 pounds before minimum before you can bring in, people. So from the news, the press release from me is the COS that we discussed last week. You remember we brought in Dr. Jennifer Obaseki, and she broke everything down into bite sizes for us. So before you give your money to anyone who promised you COS, that is certificate of sponsorship, please check if they are on the Home Office approved list. So you remember Dr. Basaki said last week that on the Home Office, on the UK government website, you will find the list of people who are duly registered and authorized to issue certificate of sponsorship.
Yeah.
This is a big issue in our community. That's why we are also hammering on that.
Yep.
And we promise to help you to look into that as well. So this week we're giving you this press release that before you give your money to anyone who promise you certificate of sponsorship, check if they are on the Home Office approved list. And you can find this list on the gov.uk website, you know, the government website where we have all the details. If they are not there, that is, if you cannot find their names on the list, then you need to report them and make sure you're not putting your money into their hands. Don't pay them any money. Otherwise, you are also going to be guilty of what do you call that when people connive to commit crime? You're going to
aid and abetting. Yeah.
So you don't give your money to somebody or a company or an individual that's not registered, that you can't find their name or their company's name on the list of registered companies that can issue certificate of sponsorship, COS. Don't pay them. In fact, you need to report such people because it's a terrible thing. So don't be intimidated by anyone. You'll be deported. I'll be deported. Don't listen. Don't listen to them. Yeah. Don't give them your money. So before you put in your money, make sure you check. So this is what this report is saying. Report them, to help stop them from exploiting other people, from extorting money from other people. So go to gov.uk. In fact, apart from this certificate of sponsorship, you will also find loads of other information that'll be useful to you on the gov.uk website.
Yes, please be guided and take a responsible decision before you jump into it, because you don't want to lose your hard-earned money. Yeah, going forward,
events. What's going on in the community?
Oh, as we are speaking now, the Tower Chill Out event is ongoing. Please get dressed and step out of your house and go and meet him. It's Tower Chill Out is a
boogie.
It's a quarterly show, and then it's always you don't want to miss it. Please, it's ongoing now. You can still make it. And then it's starting very soon. I think at 6 p.m. or 6:30
Yes,
p.m.
I'm trying to find that flyer so that I can actually showcase it properly. I hope it's the right one.
Yeah. That's Tower Chill Out.
This is the brainchild of Ayo Shanaiki. And she's been on this for quite some years. I keep trying to go, but because I work weekends, it's a bit hard for me. But I'm hoping the next edition will be able to attend. Maybe as community based or as individual. But yes, Tower Chill Out is a place you want to be if you love old school music. You are a Pentagon. I think it's open to the young people as well. But I've been seeing the setup. It's the Pentagons that I see there. Yeah. There's an open mic whereby you love to sing. Stop singing in the bathroom. Come to real life. Grab the microphone.
Do the karaoke.
Do the karaoke. And sing. And there'll be loads of fun. You have like-minded people. They're mature people. They're not mature like I hear in Lagos. But proper mature people. Exactly. So you can come sing your heart out. Come, and DJ Abbas is the king in the house.
Veteran DJ.
Blaring the music. So you come.
So the attendance cut across. Please.
It's today. It's today. It's today.
The first one of the year is today.
Yeah, it's today. So if you're not on your way now, what time is that? 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. You can still make it. Yeah. You can still make it, but I guess you need to buy a ticket or something.
Exactly.
So I don't know. Is it available at the door?
Yeah, at the door. Yeah.
I think it's fantastic.
Extra £5 at the door.
Fantastic.
£40, yeah.
So even if you have not bought your ticket before now, you can still, just dress up, go there, tell them you heard about it from Community Bits.
Okay. Yeah. Next, Women for Africa. Oh, the Onigbanjos are at it again. This year is loaded. This is their 10th year anniversary of this annual Women for Africa event. You want to tell us more?
Women for Africa. I remember. I think it was the first one. Some years back, the first time I would hear about Women for Africa. Yeah, this is the 10th one. Yeah, so it was the very first one, that we covered as well. We covered it for them. And it's appreciating, awarding, more like recognizing these women who are doing exceptional things, maybe through their careers or even their individual lives, but they are making positive impacts. So this award is for women like that, women from different parts of Africa. That I think most of them are based here in the UK, but I think I've seen some women that are not even based here in the UK,
Yeah,
but are
some
doing
from
fantastic
Zambia,
work.
yeah, from
Yeah,
South, East, and
yeah.
West of Africa. Yeah, they're doing great job in their different professional. Yeah, and yeah.
And it has been said that this is the biggest award ceremony for women in the diaspora. So yeah, it has been said that. So this one is billed for Friday 10th May and Saturday 11th May, 2-day event. We're not going to go too much into the details because we don't want to mix things up until we get clarification from Tola Onigbanjo, Wise Tola herself. Once we get the clarification, we'll be able to tell you more about this event. But we want you to mark your diaries. 10th and 11th May 2024. These are the days set aside to celebrate women from across the world who are doing fantastic things in their various communities, in their various capacities as well across the world.
Also, you could visit their website on www.womenforafrica.com, and then you see more things for yourself to keep you informed of what to expect on the 10th of May, 10th and 11th of May.
Yeah, I mean, as you know, it's not possible for one award to celebrate every woman that is doing something fantastic, across the world.
Yeah,
but they are making that effort to make sure they're touching every corner, every aspect, profession, backgrounds as much as possible. So if you know any woman that's doing something wonderful and you want that woman to be appreciated, to be awarded, to be recognized, you can also nominate such women, for awards like this. There's another award, the Powerhouse Award, has come up, but we'll talk about that in another episode. But for today, we're dedicated today to, Women for Africa, Tower Chill Out.
And lastly, Ashwabi Festival, which comes up on October 2024. Can you explain more about that?
I think I found. Okay. I didn't find something to represent Ashwabi Festival. I was waiting for Princess Dem.
But you attended last year.
Yes, I did. Fantastic event. Fantastic event celebrating our culture, the diversity in our culture. That is also establishing what we represent as as Africans. I remember last year when we were doing the preparation for the Ashwabi Festival with Her Royal Highness Princess Moradunwade Dumsholari. I was asking questions because I'm thinking Ashwabi Festival. All we knew about Ashwabi was just there's a party. Okay, this is the color. This is the
show off.
I just dress up and go. But she managed to enlighten us, to educate us more about the origin of that idea itself, Ashwabi. So it's more of a unifying factor, it's much more than just dressing up and showing up at events. It's something that brings the family together, and also something that help people to identify one group from another, and so on and so forth.
And also how it metamorphoses from the local into international, whereby it's all accepted all over the world. And then we could mention some few names, Okonjo Iweala and Co. that Dove.
Yes.
So
Ashwabi Festival is coming up in, I think we wrote that date,
October 12,
2024. I'll be getting the flyer, as we speak. I think the flyer has been sent to me, but I didn't manage to pick it on time. I will be getting the flyer. So next we'll be telling you more about the Ashwabi Festival. I was still putting the Women for Africa there. Sorry. Yeah, you need to see our faces. Abi now. You like our faces. The Ashwabi Festival will be coming up October 12th, 2024. Please mark your diaries. If you missed it last year, you don't want to miss it this year because it's coming bigger, loaded, and richer this year. And for the events of this magnitude, you are coming there not just to dress up, to show up and just come and observe. You're also coming to network. And the caliber of people that you meet at these events they're not your everyday people everyday people are there. Right. Everyday people become celebrities, as we say, at Ashwabi Festival. Everyday people, like you and I, we become celebrities at Ashwebi Festival. The same thing with the Women for Africa event as well. You're coming to network.
Yep.
So come, with who you are, what you represent. Bring yourself, the whole of yourself, and you never can tell the kind of business, friendship, business, how do you say, connection
Collections,
that you
yeah.
can make at such events. So yes, mark your diaries if you're still thinking, oh, I want to network with, the top guys, the people in business, education, whatever. These are the events we are recommending, and I'm using that word carefully. These are the events we're recommending to you.
Yes. Yeah. We've talked about the events coming up in our community, and then now we are diving straight into what we are today. Theo, do you remember the North London girl,
Oh yes.
Mia Janin, and
Yeah.
then the issue that surrounds is
Mia Janim. I heard the news. I was following the news. This girl, well, it was after she attempted suicide. She died eventually, unfortunately. That it came out that she was experiencing bullying, but the father said he was suspecting something, but maybe he didn't follow up properly, as you should. It's like your daughter coming home to say, oh, Dad, I don't want to go to school tomorrow, and you're thinking, why don't you want to go to school? Oh, Dad, I just don't want to go to school. And then you're not taking it further, like, could it be, but instead the African mother will scream,
yeah.
Hey, you want to disgrace me? You want to destroy your life? You must go to school. But no, there are more things to it. So Mia was experiencing bullying in school, and it went on and on for some time, until such a time that she could not take it anymore.
Yeah.
And she just thought, you know what, this taunting is too much. I'm not sure if they also posted something about her on social media or something. This is too much, and she couldn't, bear it anymore. And then she took her own life.
Wow.
And it's really sad. It's something you and I don't really want to experience. And as we speak, many mothers, many families, many fathers are experiencing this. And before now, you thought, oh, bullying is just bullying, should be but no, it does something to the mental health.
Exactly.
It does something to the mental health, and we are looking into that. A case study. This will be one of the things we'll be treating when we have the experts in the house. Like I said, we are not experts. We won't be able to break it down properly, but the research we've done, we'll be able to share. So yes, I remember her. A very sad case. That is the case study one.
Yeah. So the question that we need to ask ourselves is, what is bullying? Because we need to know exactly what bullying is. In my own response to that question is, bullying is defined as repeated and unwanted behavior with the intent to hurt another person physically or emotionally. It can take many forms, because so bullying is not narrow-minded. It can take maybe verbal threats, physical assault, name calling, which could be one of the ones that trigger Mia, gossipy, and cyberbullying. We all know cyberbullying. What could be your own definition of bullying?
Okay, so I try to check, what the experts are saying, what professionals are saying here and there, and I got this summary that I want to share with you. Bullying is when one person or a group of people deliberately hurts another person more than once, and it's hard for the person on the receiving end to defend themselves. So this is the summary that I came up with. So it's when one person or even a group of people deliberately, underline that word, deliberately hurts another person more than once. Underline that as well. So deliberately more than once. And it's hard for the person on the receiving end to defend themselves. So these three elements are very important for us to identify what bullying is.
So that reminds me, will you say there was no friend or no acquaintance to step in for Mia and say, Mia, I'm for you, or go home and tell Mia's parents, Mia is going through this in school? Could that be the case?
Sometimes.
Because with the definition, that means.
Yes. Sometimes nowadays parents are just too busy. You know what I mean? Parents are just too busy. Except we make conscious efforts, to to relate with our children. And when they come back from school, how was school too? They make it a deliberate effort. Now, that's when you can find out and they can open up. And a lot of times, people who are experiencing bullying, just like other abuses, they don't want to speak out because they don't want you to think they are weak, or something. So they don't really want to speak out, although they are dying emotionally, they are dying inside. So in the case of Mia, I remember his father, reading through the newspapers, his father said he noticed some things, but maybe he just didn't sit back to cross, the T's and dot the I's and connect things together, or go to school to find out what's going on. And maybe the school as well did not pick something up, like something is not right. What's going on? Who is reporting? And who is the safeguarding officer in charge of,
That's lapses.
Lapses, too many lapses. And unfortunately, and then do you remember this video that went viral of the black boy? Well, I'm sorry to use the black boy that was asked to kiss
the other guy's,
shoes. That's another typical case of bullying. And that's actually what triggered this topic. When we saw that this is one too many. We are not saying it's black on white or white on black, but we're just saying children and youth. Because remember when we were younger as well, have you ever been bullied?
What baffles me is that when I begin to see things happen now and things we did then, it's like, whoa, so that should be bully. Senior, juniors,
I shouldn't laugh.
Senior, juniors, friends, family, and then it's up in authority. So I now begin to bring that to my mind. And so those were bullying, but we couldn't figure it out then.
We didn't know.
There was those events, those situations falls in that category of bullying. We just allow it to pass by, and then now we are friends with them. Hey, what you did to me then? But with what we are seeing now, and what's playing out now, those were bullying.
Typical. We there's something that was happening in schools. I remember when we were in secondary school, especially, and it's called seniority, where the seniors it's
not laughing.
Classical or typical example of bullying. They say seniority. Kneel down there, bring that food, give me that drink. They just grab your drink and then they're going, and you can't fight. You try to fight, but
face the wall,
and they beat you as well. The senior will beat you in school. All those things were happening. We didn't realize those were bullying. So yes, we're looking into these two case studies when we have the experts in the house.
To at least to shed more light and give us the perspective according to their professionalism. So the next question that comes to mind is, what are the signs that a young person is being bullied? Because I know the issue of Mia and that boy are two different cases.
Absolutely.
So what could be the signs to younger persons, and how could the parents know?
Okay.
How could the parents know that my son, my daughter has been bullied? Or can an adult, a guardian, or as you said, a teacher or the guy,
the school authority? How do they?
What are the signs?
Again, because we're not experts, so we're not giving like expert advice. We have also, gone on the internet to do our own research. So we got some of these points that we want to share with you. Signs that a young person is being bullied. Now, so we're looking into effective ways to deal with children and youth bullying. That's the topic. Effective ways to deal with children and youth bullying. So the first sign could be, and this is not in any particular order, maybe the child may look or feel low or anxious. You see the child is being anxious or apprehensive, sometimes feeling very low, and you're asking, what happened? Did you have a problem with your friend? What happened in school? And the child is not forthcoming.
Exactly.
Have you eaten? Are you hungry? I'm okay. And they will just go into the bedroom. Then as a parent,
it could seem less confident in themselves, and
then we should suspect, and don't just leave it by the wayside. Make sure you follow up properly. This child could seem less confident in themselves. Something happened and my son said, oh mom, I don't want to go I don't want to go to that cadet thing anymore. And I'm thinking, but you loved it. What happened? It's the way this person talks to us. I don't want to mention the way this person talks to us makes one feel like you're a nobody or something, and so on and so forth. And it's occurring every time. So, well, that's another thing.
Yeah.
And it's not every time they are able to come and tell you exactly what it is.
Yeah.
What
They keep it to themselves.
You know your child. You know your own child very well. So when something is amiss, you will notice it. Once there's a lack of confidence in themselves as a boy or as a girl, then you will know that something is not in place, something is not right. It could be bullying. Look at it deeper.
Yeah. Also, in reference to the picture of that boy kiss my shoe thing, you could see the sign of distress and then feeling upset, teary, and panicky. But how mine is with that video, he could get home and keep his mouth shut.
Yeah.
Which is a sign.
But for me, I noticed that he is actually composed.
Yeah.
You can tell that this child is brought up properly and is coming from a good home, well dressed, neat. It's really composed. And he was reading the situation as I was looking at his countenance. He was trying to process it like
camera, looking at
what do I do? What do I? Well, I think he's very sensible.
Let me succumb to it.
I'm outnumbered here. Yeah, I'm outnumbered because if he's not going to kiss the shoes, they'll pick on him. They'll kick him more than
spoken back.
Oh my goodness! Some people are saying, why did he kiss the shoes? He shouldn't have done that. He should fight. I said, no, this guy, he's the one in the action. Exactly. You are just spectators. This is the actor. He's looked at his surrounding and I think, I don't want to be Jackie Chan. I mean, what do you call it? Jackie Chan. I don't want to be Jackie Chan here.
They might end up consume him.
It's not funny. Yeah. We're talking about it. We're laughing, not because it's funny or no, it's very painful. But we're saying as parents, as guardians, as school, we can work along with these children to make sure they're getting the right support. And, when we detect these things on time before they become, the bully that we saw in that video. You want me to finish the point that I have there? Yeah. So we also have signs of distress, such as feeling upset, teary, or panicky. You will pick that instantly. In your child, you will pick that instantly. Every little thing, they become upset. Like agitated and upset, and they just jumpy and angry at you. You have not done anything. You have not said anything that's different from the way you address them. So all of these things, when you begin to see some of these signs, just put them together.
So transferring the panic from their situation to the home, to mom, to dad.
To mom and dad, siblings. Yeah. And then you'll be wondering, what is wrong with this child? What's happening? Then you should know something. They want to avoid school or refuse to go to school altogether.
Woo. That's the commonest one.
Yeah.
And that trigger truancy. Start avoiding schools.
They will become ill.
Yeah.
Like that. Of course, they'll become ill because maybe they've been shoved around, pushed around, kicked in the head. They won't come home and tell you that this is happening to them. Yes.
They fall ill.
Yes.
But the fear
of course,
continue from.
Femi, do you know fear can make you to become ill?
Yeah, it's true. Affect your system. Yeah, it's true.
So when you see these signs, if your child is coming and saying, "I don't want to go to school today, Mom, I'm ill," look into it deeper. I mean, don't take anything for granted. Like, you are a truant, you don't want to go to. No, you're playing truant, you don't want to go to school. No. As from today, after listening to this show, those signs, those points. In fact, if you missed any part of this program today, I want you to go back again. I mean, thank God for the internet. You can go back and watch it as many times as possible. Look out for these signs, especially if you have children in secondary school, in primary school. If you have children that go to school by themselves and return home by themselves, especially, or even if you drop them in school and pick them, if you have children going to extracurricular activities, clubs, football, and so on and so forth, you need to be really, really interested and involved. You need to watch out for these signs. And lastly, they often complain of feeling physically unwell. They will tell you, Mom, I have headache. And this headache, I don't want to go to school because of this headache. Oh, Mom, my stomach is paining me. Mom, my stomach is running. All the excuses in the world, just not to go out of the house and go to school because they are afraid. These are signs. I mean, some of the signs, that your child is being bullied, somewhere.
Yeah, some points have put together to support you also is I think we mentioned it that you have the signs of having an outburst on unexplained outburst anger at home. So they go to school, they are being bullied, they come home, they refuse to express themselves to mom and dad, but they transfer aggression will be that well, I say go to the kitchen, go and eat your food, and they couldn't. You can't figure it out. Now, where is it coming from? But it takes parents who are so sensitive about how the children communicate. You know that something's happened somewhere. They transfer an unexplained anger at home.
Yeah.
They also seem withdrawn, isolated, and wary of others. They're scared
Absolutely.
of others. I hope I hope she, and they withdraw to their coven, and it's like they feel rejected or feel
Absolutely.
yeah. So another one again is their friendship is limited. They have few friends. That's why they now come to show by who could I trust? I can't trust anybody this time. Because the question that comes to my mind through me is that how is it possible that all the friends, classmates, schoolmates, no one come to her defense before she now took that decision
her
in her
own
life?
life.
Yeah. So I keep asking myself that question. Then also, sorry, let me just quickly chip in so before,
Yes.
they make changes in their behavior. For example, dressing very differently, or suddenly doing new activities to meet peer pressure, things that they will not do before.
Normally.
They start doing it. Maybe they stay at home all day, they go out in the night. What can you say about that?
Yes. Well, maybe they go out in the night, especially if they know the pattern of the bully, that the bully normally goes out in the afternoon,
They'll be in the park, they'll
and
be in
then
the way.
in the afternoon, so they don't want to go out at that time because they don't want to be spotted, so they would rather want to go out in the evening. So if you're asking them to go and buy something from the shops and they're becoming they can't say, they don't want to say, because at the same time they don't want you, the parent, to see them as weakling. So they don't want to say. You need to look further into such things. It's not every time you scream on them and shout on them based on their action. You need to look beyond that action and think, because in this environment that we are in, these children, they are facing a lot of pressure
Exactly.
that we parents don't even understand. They have their own pressure. You would think, oh, maybe they are kids, they don't have problem. No, they have pressure, a lot of pressures on their head as well. So when you see, some of these things, just be wary.
Yeah. And also, remember they are being bullied, they also start acting as a bullying towards others. So they capture the behavior, they they feel uncomfortable, they cave in, but they not start acting as a bully. You see, so you start going around and they start passing around. That is a sign that parents must watch carefully at home. Because if maybe the boy is the first son or the first child and he has two siblings, instead of him to be caring, he starts seeing acting like a bully. We have to be conscious of those signs.
That as well.
They're having an unexplained physical injury, such as bruises and scratches.
Yeah,
Whoa.
that's a big one.
Whoa. Where they get it from? I fell down.
Yes, I hit my head on the wall.
Yeah. So lastly on my list is they start doing less well at school. Most when they become a truant, what do you expect? They start avoiding school. There's a homework today. There's no homework because there's nothing to present at home. They left home and went somewhere else. Yeah, no, so they start doing less. Yeah, those are the signs as far
that we have.
Yeah, that we have here on this topic.
Okay, well done. I think that's the first part anyway. We still have more and more questions that we ask. We just came up with some of the questions that we think parents will want to ask, or information that will be useful to you in this area. What I want to say at this point before we go on break is, as a parent, we need to be interested and involved. We need to be present right from the beginning. You don't wait until they are 10, 12, 15, 16 before you now because by that time things are already happening, they're already formed, especially when a child is a teenager in this part of the world. That child is already formed. But right from when they are young, be interested in their activities, in their school, in their be interested in their everything. Get involved, and then create that atmosphere where your children are able to discuss anything that's bothering them with you. I mean, I used to say there should be a day where you have this conversation with your child. How are we doing? And how am I doing as a mother? Is there anything you want me to change? Is that then vice versa to him as a son. These are the things I've picked, and then what's going on with your life? What's going on, son? High school? Anybody bothering you? Start that with them right from when they are young. As soon as they are able to communicate with you, as soon as they're able to express themselves to you, start that conversation with them and grow up with that conversation. Then you will realize that when you have a kind of communication with your children, you are communicating like friends. I'm not saying you should be their friends. Let them have their own friends, but communicate with them like friends. In my home here, I speak to my children with respect. Exactly. How I want them to speak to me. Can you please help me to do this? So, thank you, for doing that, because that's how I want them to express to me as well.
Yeah, creating that friendship atmosphere
for them.
You're open, receptive,
and So if we start that with them right from when they are young, when they start having pressures and problems outside, they can now bring it within and discuss with you and open up, to you. Don't use derogatory words on your kids all the time. Don't let them feel like you're not proud of them for any reason. Yes, correct them. Correct with love. Be firm when you're supposed to be firm as a parent, but make sure you create that open atmosphere. It's their home. That should be their refuge, a place of safety for them, that they know that if something is pursuing them outside, once they get home, they are safe, and mommy and daddy or brothers and will rise up and support. Just create that atmosphere for them.
Yeah. Having said that, I will take a breather now, and then go to our sponsor, Nature Faithfuls, the sponsor of Community Beats, so to showcase their products.
Okay.
We'll have the flyer.
Flyer up.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Nature Faithfuls.
That's Nature Faithfuls on your screen there, and then in my hand that's it. These products are super products. Nature, as it depicts, natural, that is effective in treating eczema, acne, pimples, dry itching skin. And natural thing. And this also is the olive butter oil. I'm telling you, I use it. You don't want to miss it. These are the products. I'm telling you. See the skin.
Can you see that skin?
Yeah, it's eco-friendly products, sodium lauryl sulfate free, sustainable in the packaging. You see, the packaging is sustainable here, and then fragrance free.
Yes,
paraben free, 100% natural ingredients. And also, lastly, is a face and body wash. Oh, you need this.
Yeah.
You need this. Nature Faithful, I'm telling you, you want to have it as your day-to-day. You want to have it in your bathroom. Yeah. Please do your skin a favor by visiting www.naturefaithful.com. I'm telling you, you're glad you did.
Yes. Right. That's about. And if you want us to also promote your business, on this platform, we can do that. Trust us, we can do justice to that. If you have your events coming up as well, connect with us. It's not possible to see all the events coming up just on on social media, because when we go on social media ourselves, we're there to promote what we do. So we may not even have time to look into all the other events coming up. When your event is coming up, send us details of your events, especially community interest events, or or events that will benefit people in the community. Send us details, send us your flyers. If it's about your business, talk to us. We will do justice to it. We produce multimedia materials to promote your business. So yes, we are all happy to do that.
Also, you could have your product as a backdrop, or we'll fly your t-shirts.
Oh yes.
Wear your t-shirt, carrying your information, and then have that on and on for maybe weeks, months. It depends on how we agree on how to promote you. We are all encompassing when it comes to multimedia promotion. Trust us, and then give that a try, and then I'm telling you, see how things will evolve around you, and then people out there begin to know what to do better off.
Yes.
Yeah, welcome back to our part two of the effective way to deal with children and youth bullying. But this time, we want to discuss more on the if you suspect that your child is expressing bullying, what can you do? But these are tips for the parents. As I said, next week we are bringing up a professional that will take us more on that. But we just need to guide ourselves. What are the things to do? So there are some few points we'll give out to you here and part two. So, Vio,
Yes.
what are the effective way parents can go when they experience bullying in their child? What are the thoughts that come to your mind?
It's really hard in this part of the world. For instance, I'm suspecting something is happening to my child. You know, these kids, they're very defensive as well. You can start with school. Since we're talking about children and youth, you can start with the school. Or you can start, but I'm going to go with some of the points that we got from some professionals. Number one point on my own list is open up a conversation. If you suspect that your child is experiencing bullying, you notice some of the points that we mentioned earlier, open up a conversation with them about it. It's about them, isn't it? Open up a conversation, and that correlates with what I was saying earlier. Build that atmosphere
Exactly.
where they are free to express themselves to you.
To express themselves.
Open up a conversation with them about it. Ask. Maybe explaining what bullying is can also help them. Explain to them, I'm thinking about this, do you know about this? Explain to them how it can make people feel. Talk to them about all of this. So maybe when you have that conversation with them, you can help them to normalize what they are going through and make it easier for them to open up. Because, like we said, when we were young, we experienced bullying. And I'll be honest, also bullied some people. It's not funny. We didn't know what we were doing. And sometimes we do certain things, but we don't know the meaning of what we are doing. Like we're all screaming about domestic abuse and so. For me, it was when I came to this part of the world that I actually learned about all of this. Back home in Africa, we didn't know what it was. We knew it wasn't good. We were not happy about it, but we didn't really know the implication of it at all or the aftermath of it. So if you start by having that conversation with them, helping them to understand, to identify what bullying is, the signs, the aftermath and all of that. Maybe when you have that conversation with them, that will help them to now open up and say, as a matter of fact, Mom, this happened to me. When someone is hitting you and they see you, they hit you, or they see you, they taunt you and taunt every time, they keep doing it. When you're having that conversation, and then maybe the child will be saying, actually, Mom, there's a boy that's always taunting me in school. Then you can grab that and say,
exactly,
that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
And
dive into that more. Yeah.
Listen to their experience. Listen. Don't cut them short as we normally do. Modern, especially we African mothers. When there's someone you complain too much, shut up. Well, I'm tired of this talk. Find something else. No. Don't do that. Listen to their conversation. Listen to what it's like for them and offer them that emotional support that they need. Sympathize, empathize with them. After all, that's your child now that you carry in your belly, or that's your child that you did the job to bring forth to the world. Take it seriously. Reassuring them that you love them and you will work together with them to make things better. Let them know that you're on their side. There's this song, who's your guy? Now only you.
Exactly.
Let them know that you're with them like beans and rice. Whatever happens to you affects me. And show it as well. Show that empathy. You understand? Show that compassion. Let them know that, yes, my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, they're on my side. Whatever happens, they will come. They will stand for me. They'll fight for me. Then they will have that boldness to begin to open. Remember that they may feel scared. They may be embarrassed as well about what's going on. How can I come home and tell my parent that my mate beat me? Mom, my friend, she beat me up in school. I know parents now.
Yeah.
And your hands are paining you. Your hand is rubber.
Exactly.
Your hand is plastic.
And you
didn't say anything. Bah! I'm showing you example so that when you get there, you know what.
Exactly. And that builds up and that causes more problems.
We must not do that. Be calm.
Exactly.
Listen attentively.
Yeah.
So these are the
Also,
points I have.
yeah. Also, I've got one here. Give them time before talking if they need it. If your child is not ready to open up to you about what is going on, let them know that they can also talk to their teachers or friends. It's at time, as we said earlier, that they might keep it away from dad and mom because the response might be like a rebuttal that why are you lazy? But it might be more than that. It might have graduated to them be scared.
Absolutely.
But the teacher at school can intervene and bring a solution to the problem, or the safeguarding measure put in place in school. Who is a safeguarding officer that they could
Yeah.
speak with. So those are the things that we need to bring in place so that we speak to them at the right time. They feel comfortable. That's why give them time before talking if they need it, a
Yeah.
comfortable time. Many young people will initially struggle to talk to their parents about how they are feeling and may appear withdrawn. And when a young person is being bullied, they feel afraid, embarrassed, or ashamed. Because one, maybe at home, they say, you know what, do not take any nonsense. And that could trigger fear in their mind that if I tell my mom, no, that will be a repressor that you are
Yeah.
so lazy. But the kid involved knows that this bullying is beyond just me respond. Maybe it's like 3, 4, 5, or the whole group against me.
Yeah.
Like the video we saw with the boy. The boy calculated that I can't take this risk. There are more people against me, so let me respond. But thank God for the video that exposes all this, and we've learned that the police are involved. Then, lastly, on this type is that if they won't talk to you, try again another day and let them know that they can talk to you whenever they are ready.
Ready.
Yeah, they have to speak out because I've got this slogan: a matter discussed is 50% resolved.
Absolutely.
That's my slogan, and it's true because by then the adults involved, mom, dad, teachers will be able to calculate how can I move in and support this youth against, or how can I speak to the bullies themselves, let them know that they are treading upon the path of what could take anybody's life, and that could be a saving grace.
Yes. Thank you to the person that called our attention to the title, whereas the title is still saying the topic we treated last week. So thank you so much. I've corrected that. Uh, Focus is not on care workers coming to England and a legal perspective. Sorry, that's not the focus because I forgot to correct that. So
Okay.
it's saying the focus is this, and then we're talking about something else entirely.
No, the title is Effective Way to Deal with Children and Youth Bullying. That's
Yes,
today's topic. Thank you for
for
drawing
calling
our
our attention
attention
to that.
to that.
To
Yeah.
that. So that's what I was trying to correct, but I mean, apparently we won't be able to correct it live because the show is going live. So after the show, we'll correct it. So maybe that's why a lot of people are not coming forth as we planned. It's sending
Wrong signal.
the wrong signal to them. The topic, because some people really wanted to be part of the show for this topic, and but then it's showing them another topic. So we're really sorry about that. That's my error.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. So yeah, we're still taking check. Okay, my point. Okay, sorry. My point is the next one. Check in with them. Check in with your children. Like I said, what's up? What's going on? Omobami Soro. How was school? Create that environment for them. If you already know that your child is being bullied, you've seen all the signs. You've spoken to them. They've opened up to you. Check in with them regularly about it. Listen calmly and carefully each time they talk to you because you are looking for some points to record so that you can take the necessary actions. Keep reassuring your child that they are loved and do not have to put up with bullying. Tell them you don't have to put up with it. But then teach them also to be sensible because like that video that we saw, if you're outnumbered, what can you do? How many people can you attack and you fight with? I mean, what if they are armed with a knife or something? So teach them also, there should be a balance. Teach them also to be able to think on the spot, right on their feet. Safety first. Whatever it is, look around you. Safety first. I saw that boy, he was scouting, his environment. Like, will somebody come out to help? Can I run? If I run, will they catch up with me? I saw. I mean, I could sense all of those things around
Was
him.
feeding around.
Yes, he looked around, he would smile.
Gazing,
He
yeah.
was using, I think he's been trained properly. He must have gone through some trainings to prepare him for such, time, because he tried the approach of smiling and looking straight into the eyes of your bully,
yeah.
So I think that worked a little bit for him to buy him some time, because as the guy was engaging with him, he was looking, he was trying to smile as well. He was focused, it was straight, but you can see his body posture as well. He could take off and run off at any time, if anything happens. So let's teach them as well. They don't have to put up with bullying. They should be able to report it as well. Schools must have policies in place to handle cases of bullying. Every school must have that in place. I know some schools don't really have it because they don't believe that it's happening in their school. They want their school to appear good when the inspector comes. No, bullying is happening everywhere. We need to acknowledge that. But then we need to put policies in place to support people who are experiencing bullying, and even the people bullying as well. Both of them, they need support. Let your children know that you will be there to support them throughout the experience. Don't take it with levity. Let them know that as it's affecting them, it's affecting you as well. You're not happy about it, and you're going to work together. You're going to support them, to make it happen. Keep a log of the bullying.
Yeah, that really because that means if it's an ongoing bullying, you have to keep a detailed log of what happens and when, so that you have evidence of the bullying. This can be a written list, photographs, screenshot, or online messages. What helped that boy is that video. On their own part, I think that video is to shut him down, to
disgrace
him, but known to them that's their undoing
in
favor of that boy. So encourage your child to share any evidence with you. So as soon as possible, it can be difficult to remember to do this when you are juggling a lot of different things. So finding a simple system like keeping notes in one place on your phone might help. Because we've mentioned we give two references, the Mia and that boy, because of the video evidences, and then also the response of the father noticing something, but he couldn't figure out
what was.
That was tragic because we lost her. But on this show, this boy, we knew exactly what happened with the boy.
With the video,
so we'll take a break now to give you like a teaser for what's to come between now on our monthly quiz review.
Maybe we should play this music.
Okay.
Maybe we should go on this music break, for that breather, and then we'll come back. Okay. We have somebody watching online. I'm not able to get who the person is. A few people came in and out. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. We're just building up the program. It's it's relatively new for now. We're just building everything up, but we promise to treat those topics that affect people in the communities, across the world. And we'll be bringing you some guests, some experts, businesses as well, as time goes on. So we are building that list. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching. We appreciate your support. The music of Baba Ajulo Ekoile is still the one I'm going to play. Maybe because I'm missing Lagos. But we'll be back shortly.
You're welcome back. And I think you enjoyed was it by Chris
Agilo.
Agilo? Yes, let's tell our audience about our monthly
Okay, quickly because we need to go.
Yeah, and give away.
So we were not able to finish the points that we have on the bullying, but of course next week by the grace of God we hope to have guests, experts in the house that would do justice to it. So let's talk about the month of April. The month of April is Femi's birthday, is my birthday as well, and we thought we should do something for our supporters, our friends, across the world, wherever you're watching us from. There's a quiz and giveaway session that we've introduced to the program. We call it Community Beats Monthly Quiz. And the one for this month, who are we talking about? So this is how it goes. We will put up, some points about a particular person, and you will tell us who this person is. You are going to tell us on our Facebook page. Oh, don't come and be telling us one-on-one. On our Facebook page, you need to tell us who this person is. So, for this month, we're going to do this one quickly. The month of April giveaways. Who are we talking about? She fought tirelessly to further women's access to education and political representation. She was the first among the 6 girls registered to study at Abeokuta Grammar School in Ogun State, Nigeria. She attended a finishing school for girls in Cheshire, England. She developed a successful campaign to stop local authorities seizing rice from market women under false pretenses, and so on. These are the points we have raised. You need to go and do some research as well. Raise your own points and see if you can guess who we're talking about.
Yeah, according to what Vio read out, if you know the answer, just respond on our Facebook page at Community Beats. To win the April 2024 giveaway prizes, follow these instructions. Do more research, then add your own information about this person. Like our Facebook page at Community Beats. Follow us on Instagram at Community Beats. Connect with us on LinkedIn at Community Beats. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Post your answers to our Facebook page at Community Beats. Remember, post your answer, your response, your research on our Facebook page. But you need to like us on Facebook, follow our Instagram, connect with us on LinkedIn, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Names of all the people that post answer to our quiz on Facebook will be entered into a live draw on the show to pick the final winners.
Okay, so we'll be picking the final winners in April, towards the end. I think the last Sunday, the last episode of April. We'll be picking the winners live on this show, and we've got some fantastic prizes to give you. So here we go.
Yes, we've come to the end of today's show. We really appreciate all our viewers from all our platforms. And then we also appreciate one of our viewers that
called our attention to the title.
We take responsibility for that, but we'll correct that behind this. And also, those of you that want to watch the program later and after, everything will be corrected. And then also get yourself prepared to ask us questions when our guest will be here next week. We are treating the same topic, but now with a guest who is a professional and who knows all these things. And then please be here with us next week. Bill.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us this week. We're just coming up, so we're putting everything together, but we appreciate your support. Help us to share this show as well. And if you have any topic that you want us to look into, please get in touch with us and we will look into that for you. Thank you so much. I am Veronica Olabisi Obadara Itesi Oroki, the Evolving Glory. And you call me VOO. Thank you so much.
And from me, Femi Coutinho, I say see you next week.